Hi everybody, welcome to NJ Life and Beach Shares. I'm your host, Joe Fortunato. NJ Life is an internet talk show featuring the unique and talented people in and around New Jersey, and we do it in beach shares. So stick around, our next guest is coming right up. Okay folks, I'm here with Scott Friedman. Scott Friedman was here tonight at the Sarcasm Comedy Club, where they're looking for a winner to open for Gilbert Gottfried in an upcoming event. So my guest here is one of the judges tonight. Scott, how you doing?
Great.
Scott here is, I have cards, cheat cards, sorry, that's the way I roll. Morning host at 100.7
ZXL.
ZXL Atlantic City.
Yes.
So those of you down watching around the AC area, you can hear him. And a stand-up comedian. Now, you grew up in Medford Lakes.
Yeah.
Live in Linwood.
Yes.
So you a Jersey boy your whole life?
A whole life.
Born and raised in Jersey.
I don't think I've ever left the state at all. So, no, I have on vacation, but yeah.
Well, I hope so. It's good to get away once in a while. Yeah, I love Jersey too, but
yeah.
So you're Jersey born and bred. You're also a comic.
Yes.
And a radio host.
Absolutely.
So you're kind of like what Steve does too, but
kind of what Steve does, but at a different level.
Okay.
I'm a better comic, but he's a better radio show host.
Now I'm not familiar. I'm sorry, but I live in North Jersey, so I don't get you stationed.
That's okay.
Is it like a morning zoo, or is it like a talk show, or?
Well, the morning zoo. I think that left us in the 80s, but yeah, I mean, we do
that format.
Yeah, we do some talk, we take some phone calls, we play some music. It's a classic rock station, so we just have fun all around.
And as a comedian type, are you a topical storyteller?
I'm neither of those, actually. I'm not topical. Every once in a while, when you play a venue and something big happens, you gotta throw something in there. But mostly, it's what's called observational.
Okay.
Talk about growing up, my life, being 42, married, divorced, married again, stepkids, things like that, and what comes out of that. So
that gives you a lot of fodder for material.
Oh yeah.
So you're writing constantly.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. Everything happens. Oh yeah. Well, the kid said this. Okay. There's another one. Yeah. All right. So
like I know Steve gets some of his material from his kids. I don't know if you know Jimmy Graham.
Yes.
Okay, he's great with the family stories.
Brown Boy is wonderful with those.
They both have a comedy school.
Yep.
That Steve, I help Steve sometimes with that. I sometimes do still photography, or I kind of help some of the people with stage presence. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of comedians won't know where to look or where to face.
For instance, the cat. I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, they'll pace.
Yeah.
And they'll be like this, and you got to, you're on stage. People you got to interact with people. There's more of a stage presence, and then Jimmy and Steve will be like. Content, joke writing, delivery, timing. There's a lot that goes into comedy.
You don't realize it. I mean, we're here at the competition, and some of these people have never been on stage before or have been on a little bit. And it is, if you're watching a comedian, it's not just the joke. It's the joke. It's the incarnation of the joke. Like, I'll do something in the car with my wife, and she'll go, "That's not funny." I said, "It's not going to be funny until I talk about it 900 times and get the joke perfect, and then I got to remember it. Then I got to remember the timing of it and the punchline. Then I got to remember not to pace, like you said. There's just so much that goes into just getting one good joke on.
And with some people, it's the facial expression. Yep. It's timing, the big thing, body language. Yep. All of it adds to make a joke work.
And when you have a joke that is a really good joke and you mess yourself up, timing-wise, you'll hear it. You'll hear it that night, like crickets. All of a sudden, you're like, wow, that didn't hit? What happened? And then if you could tape it or, you think about what you did, you messed the timing up or you did something wrong or you changed your voice.
Well, I've had situations where I would have a joke that would kill on one night with one group and the next night, crickets.
Yeah, blame the audience on that one.
I always do. It's the easiest way to go. Now, I have your special skills. You left it blank.
Well, I can juggle flame-throwing chainsaws.
There
I don't know.
You go. I'm not going to ask you to do it. We're here at the beach. But
I live at the beach. That's a tough one to put, my special skills. If I'm on stage, I do stand-up, I play the Borgata, I play great places like Sarcasm, I have a radio show, we're a top-rated show, I guess I can talk,
Well, people realize it's hard to do a radio show.
It is.
I mean, in the early years, like when Steve and I first became friends in '71, we went to the same high school, we went to the same college.
Oh, okay.
He was on the air
right
overnight, and I had a talk show on the Brookdale BJV radio station, albeit a crappy one, but it was a talk show.
Right.
And, there was there's prep work.
Yes.
A lot of prep work. Then you got to maybe even rehearse a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Even with comedy, you got to try a joke out. Because I've seen like even someone like Robert Klein who's been here, which is it's not a large room. It's a good size room. It's not like an amphitheater.
Right.
And he'll try out material here, see what goes, what fails, and then he'll do it on the road. Now on the radio, other than the delay you have, the delay button, you don't get much retake.
Not at all. You got to go for it. We don't even have a delay because we're not a real talk station.
Yeah.
Like, Steve's stations, he's just constantly taking phone calls. We actually tape our calls and play them back. So we're live on the air talking, but if we have a phone call, we tape it.
What if you have a guest and they...
If we have a live guest, if we have somebody, sometimes we do have people call in and we go live with them.
and if they drop the F-bomb, it's just too late?
Yeah, it's too late. So, and we had a live guest do that. It was a former porn star. So that was always fun.
On the phone or live?
Live.
Oh, that's better.
Yeah.
That's
so
forgivable.
I can shut the mic down. But the funny thing is, recently we had a transmitter issue. We didn't know it. We walked into the studio and it was like our music wouldn't play. It was a computer issue. Our music wouldn't play, and it's not CDs and tapes anymore. It's all computerized. The computer crashed, and it was like a whole networking thing. We went on for a half hour, just the two of us, my partner and I, just talking. And that's all we did. We couldn't play commercials. We couldn't play music. The engineer was walking in and out every so often.
No phones or anything
We couldn't
either?
take phones because we'd have to go live, and we'd be scared that our listeners are blue-collar listeners. They'd be like, F this, F that. So we just did a half hour of straight talk. Let me tell you, that's not easy. You talk show guys, wow.
Yeah,
that's tough.
It's tough to keep it fresh, to keep it moving,
Yeah.
keep it entertaining. It's a big deal.
Absolutely.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is our guest. I'll make sure I get this right. Morning host at 100.7 FM.
Right.
WZXL
Absolutely.
Atlantic City. If you're watching us, feel free to tune in. Catch the show. Scott Friedman, thank you very much for coming on
Thanks
the show.
so much. Thank
One
you.
of our judges for the big comedy competition. And thank you for being on the show.